So here it is then, the Gfinity Elite Series, Week 8, the semi-final, some people are calling it. Well, that's because it is. We had our first matchup of the day. Team Infexious taking on Envious. A lot of people were thinking Infexious were going to win it, but I don't know what happened. They just came up against an Envious team who wanted it that much more. And I tell you what, Conphs is a very lucky man there, dancing away, but a great way to start it. That means Envious are going to be in the final. Some incredible pop-offs. We don't see that every day. Where is that shirt? I think we're still trying to find it, actually. Listen, welcome back to the heart of West London and a Gfinity arena. Don't forget, we want to hear from you. So tweet us at Gfinity or let us know who you think is the MVP of the series with the hashtag Elite Series. I'm here with my commentators for the second semi-final, Logan and Tyrant. I'm going to walk across right now. I didn't get a prediction from the boys over there, so I'm going to get my prediction from you gentlemen. We saw what just happened. It was incredible scenes, but now we move on. Next semi-final, XL versus Epsilon. Can Epsilon do it, Logan?
I've looked at the matchups, and I think if you asked all four of us, you'll get the same answer, that I think XL are going to take it and Infexious is going to be very successful today.
Yeah, and 3 matches for Infexious back-to-back. I mean, how do you defeat Infexious? And how can Epsilon, if you could run up right now and go, guys, I've got the perfect answer for you. This is how you can win it. Tyrant, what would you say to those boys?
I would say to them, pick Dowsim or pick Fang, because we're going to be seeing the big man himself today.
No.
I've been waiting all series, calling out the big man Abigail.
This is a brand new character for anyone who's just joined us. It hasn't been used on the Elite Series yet. But this, you're telling me this is the moment?
This is definitely the moment, especially against Brick. He's 100% going to pick Abigail against Brick's Geef. Definitely.
Wow.
Without a doubt.
Stake my reputation on that. So
and how dangerous is this character, Abigail, compared to the other characters? Just the sheer size of Abigail.
Well, the most health in the game, the most damage output in the game.
Okay.
Horrible character to deal with, and especially for Zangief, we've seen some footage of that matchup looking almost unwinnable.
It's really, really difficult.
It looks really hard.
But in Epsilon's favour, they have probably got their strongest lineup that we've seen in the whole series. So it's going to be, you know, that's their best chance. So we're looking forward to some GGs.
You better be looking forward to it. I'm going to be backing him over there on the panel, enjoying this match. But I'll leave it with you, Logan and Tyrant.
Nice one.
Thank you very much, sir.
So we're kicking it off with Brian and Takamura.
Yep.
I've obviously faced before in the series. Brian is going to want to kick things off.
Literally.
With a winning start. This is an interesting matchup, and I still believe it's in the favour of Brian's character Rashid.
Yeah.
But the explosiveness of Takamura's Ken, man,
you can't argue it. And like you say, you yourself use a bit of a Ken player, so you must know a bit of the insight for this matchup and what Rashid needs to be looking for. But Takamura, yeah, like you say, absolutely explosive. One of the best performers here on the Elite Series, without a doubt. And here we go, we're getting into it.
I think Takamura was definitely, you know, he was the standout star of the first half of the season.
Without
a couple other names really stepped up, but he was that first guy, and hopefully he's going to show us exactly why he was the name on all of the tips of our tongues.
Yep.
Here we go.
Live from the Shadaloo base, we got Rashid versus Ken. All right, wow, that was a very, very meaty tornado. Oh, the jump in.
He was waiting for that as well. He was looking for those whirlwind patterns, and now he's got that corner loop. No quick rise.
Okay. All right, safe. Okay, uses that back medium punch there.
Gets out of the corner really well for pretty much no cost, but Takamura, bad confirm. He doesn't get a proper punish, though. That's minus double digits.
Big damage now. Rashid's life melting away. Can't deal with this kind of damage.
Yeah, you can't. Oh, nice. He actually challenges the run for one of the first few times we've seen that, but that should be the round closed out. Yeah, we've seen Takamura get away with that run pressure so often.
Yeah.
And very rarely punished for it, but there he was. Brian really let him off at the hook, though. The bad target combo confirmed. Left damage on the table.
Oh, wakes up with it. Reversal with EX Mixer, and you can't forget Takamura's brother is Keftaros. He must know this matchup inside and out.
Absolutely.
Okay, nice. All right, sitting in neutral now. Not looking for anything too...
Double dashing, looking for that crouch medium kick.
Very, very nice there.
He's playing really patient. He's definitely waiting for...
Oh, that's beautiful.
He's waiting for Brian to...
Takamura looking like he's going to take this one right now. And he does. EX Tatsu closes it out. Keftaros in the crowd.
And that was all about the explosive power of Takamura. He was waiting there to see if Brian was going to initiate anything. When he didn't, he was getting away with dashes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really good. That early jump over the whirlwind,
yeah.
definitely put Brian off from playing that zoning game. Because I think on the ground, definitely stronger than Ken. Better fireball game, better normal.
Oh, I agree.
As well.
I agree.
But that burst damage is so explosive from Ken.
And the corner carry is such a factor. There we go. EX Tatsu close.
Well, it wasn't really a huge factor in that specific matchup, and I think Brian dealt with the corner in that first round really, really well. But he wasn't able to stop Takamura just continually applying that pressure, and he turned it into damage, which is the big thing. You need to be turning that pressure into damage. When Brian had the opportunities, he left damage on the table, and it definitely cost him there. 2 very efficient rounds from Takamura, and that starts it. That's exactly how Epsilon are going to want to start it off.
They want to start it off there with 1 lead, massive there for them. So let's see who's coming up next. We are going to have Hurricane.
Next up, this is going to be an interesting one.
It's a bad matchup, actually, for
Cam.
Cam.
It's tough for Cammy. It's definitely tough for Cammy. I don't think it's... I mean, it's debatable, right, between the 2 camps. They both feel it's good for each other.
That's true. I mean...
Cammy players think it's good for them. Birdie players think it's good for them. I guess that kind of makes it a 5-5, but I definitely feel like Cammy has to actually work really hard to get in, especially in Season 2, when she's lost a lot of those mobility options to just get straight in as when she wants.
She can't just get in automatically.
Yep.
Cammy always been a character that has trouble with the grappler style characters, and Birdie is a really good space control style grappler.
Absolutely.
So that's just an instant bad matchup for Cammy on paper. But like you say, it's debatable, really. Cammy does still have great options. She does have decent damage output.
Hurricane, one of the most impressive players in the whole series.
Without a doubt.
He sits down every time and plays a game like it's like his 50th game of the day, and he's just literally just got in the chair. He looks so calm and composed every time he plays. Nothing throws him off his game, and that's really showed in his results. He's got a huge win percentage.
Yeah, he's just always ready to play. You know, he's always putting in the work offline and online as well.
Atrush, a player that we haven't seen a great deal of in the Elite Series.
Yeah, Atrush, we've only seen him a couple of times.
Yep. So normally when we get Takamura, we get Kefta Roz in the bargain as well. But today, everything's on the line. They've gone for this lineup. I think this is the first time we've seen this lineup, as I said earlier on. So I think this is probably what Epsilon believe is their strongest team.
I've got to agree with them. This is looking like the strongest team right now. You know, you've got the 2 Swedes. You've got Atrush and Brick, along with Takamura, who... one of the best performers here. And let's go Hurricane, no joke.
This is going to be really important for Epsilon. They're going to need to get these early wins in the bank, because I personally believe that Abigail Zangief matchup is one of the absolute worst out there. So
yeah, for sure. Nice anti-air there with the hard kick from Hurricane. Interesting choice. Atros looking for this slow approach. Of course, we've seen this matchup several times on the London scene. Look at that whiff punish.
And I'm really liking this spacing here from Hurricane.
Already got the forward throw. Wow, Atros choosing to stay grounded there, even though she doesn't really get a true follow-up off that. Interesting.
Nice air-to-air. Interrupts with that light kick, though.
The 4-frame. Okay.
His only 4-frame, but...
back throw. Using the EX.
Goes for that meaty headbutt.
I think he caught a jump in, perhaps. Oh, the punish.
Can't jump out of that.
Okay, now Atros being pushed in the corner. No,
went for a bullhorn.
Okay. Atros, this is going to be difficult now. He wants to activate. He's going to do bullhead.
Hurricane is just going to happily stand at that range and not really try and initiate anything.
And he does it.
He gets the hit as well.
This big damage and the corner carries from Atros. What's it going to be?
Wakes up with buttons. And we've seen that so much recently in the meta in general with Street Fighter 5. Waking up with that quick button. Better option than waking up with an invincible reversal in many instances.
I like that because Birdie does not have a 3-frame button of his own. Cammy does.
Obviously, if he baited the DP, that would have been round over, clutch counter punish.
Yeah, of course, pressing buttons is a lot safer than going for a wake up.
Absolutely, and he only needed a couple of hits. But here we go, in the corner already, and Hurricane applying that pressure.
Gets the break.
Those plus break.
Hurricane, the stun early on. What's it going to be? Big combo.
That's the issue. When you keep blocking and taking that pressure, the stun's building up. He fights out with the armor of the EX ball.
Look at that, half Cammy's lifestyle.
Oh, walks out of the throw range. So cool and collected from Hurricane. And look, he's got all of the resources now. He's going to look to activate.
Oh, no.
He whip punishes and he's going to get the
super. That's going to be it. I think that's going to be it.
That should be it. He has got 1050, but I'm pretty sure, yes.
Cammy posing for the camera there. Wow, great damage calculation from Hurricane. Closes out with the super. Great stuff.
The calm, collected nature. He just walked out of that throw. And then he was just there ready. He was waiting for that whiff punish. activated, got the maximum. And there you see the importance of not leaving that damage on the table, because that was last hit killed, and he closed it out. Spent all of his resources to get that. It was absolutely worth it.
Of course, without a doubt. I mean, he could have got something after that if need be. Like, he doesn't get a guaranteed something, but Birdie, of course, in those kind of situations, he would go for desperation bullhorn and things like that.
It's very frightening.
It's very scary.
Leaving Birdie on anything, and of course, it would have been V-trigger as well.
Let's check it out.
Let's have a look back at how he won that out. Of course, there, you waking up with the jab.
Look at that.
And they're closing out with a critical art, and that's a...
That must be one of the last hits, because Birdie has a lot of life, and that critical art, not the most damaging, but just enough to close it out there. Good stuff from Hurricane.
Yeah, you don't want to risk Birdie waking up with in V-trigger, because he's got that first frame arm.
On the bullhorn.
He had EX bar as well for a throw invincible, EX command grab as well. So it's a mix-up for you almost. But he closed it out really well. And again, another impressive workmanlike performance from Hurricane, who's just been so solid for the whole series.
Just another day in the office for Hurricane.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, just sitting there so calm, ready to play as always. And he's always ready to bring it home for the team. So ties it up 1-1.
You know what it should be time for now, though?
Uh-oh. Brum brum.
It's time for the big man.
I think it is.
Big bodies only. The biggest of bodies, hopefully.
And do you know what? I just saw Infexious in the back, practicing the back hard punch loops.
Yes!
On Zangief.
Of course!
Because...
Just got to make sure it works.
Just making sure it works.
Check the juggle timings. This character, if you've never seen this character play before, he's brand new to Street Fighter V. He only came out last month. He is the biggest character ever in Street Fighter. You'll see when the game starts.
His head actually touches the life bar.
He makes Zangief look like a little man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And Zangief's meant to be 7 foot tall in this game. So I think their size comparisons are possibly a little bit out.
Yeah, Abigail, of course.
He looks way bigger than a foot taller than him, I'm telling you.
He is a monster. Coming over from Final Fight for all the old arcade heads at home. You must know this guy.
Absolutely.
God made you put in loads of quarters in the arcade.
And he really plays into Infectious' patient play style as well, because he can absorb all of the damage. Look at the size of this man on the screen.
Look at this.
He crouches and he's still taller than him.
So we were in a lobby online the other day, and Infectious came in with this guy and just cleared house. Okay, nice there from Brick, though.
See, the issue here for Brick is just getting around that crouching light punch.
Yeah, look at this. It's just good as space.
Infectious is not going to have to... He will win the whole game just using crouching light punch happily. Oh, here we go.
Abigail punch. And now Brick in the corner.
Gets that set up.
And now how are you going to get out of the corner, Brick? Armor.
Oh, nice. I like the use of the parry.
Yeah, too far.
He's that stun, though.
And already, Zangief's life, where's it all gone? Oh, here we go. This is big. Back
throw in the corner. That's a great choice.
Shoes on the other foot now. Here comes the SPD.
Heavy SPD. What's after this? Doesn't quick rise. I like that. He's a geek player himself. He knows. Activation. He's plus loads. Yep. He tried to get out. He was scared. He would have seen the videos online.
Absolutely.
You don't want to take that mix up. And Infectious took the safe option there, which was just go for a crouching short.
That crouching light kick, what is Abigail's fastest button at 4-frame startup?
Yeah. Just kept him there.
Look at this. He's just beating him with just jabs.
Slapping him away like a small boy. Oh, and he's actually OSing that, possibly.
It removes the armor because it's 2 hits.
Yeah, the second hit. It is actually a chain combo. Oh, he got you. He got him comfortable and then caught him.
Oh,
the crush down to fears.
And here comes the super from Abigail.
He's hanging him out to try, using him as a speed bag, punches him through the screen.
And he gets the setup here.
And this is a huge life lead. He gets an extra frame of advantage if you block that medium punch. Crouching, it doesn't matter. Serves him up like a volleyball.
Listen.
And we are done. What a dominating performance from Infectious. As usual, showing absolutely no emotion.
And Brick looking a bit lost, and that looked like light work for Infectious.
Infectious is just sitting there zoning out into the matrix. All he sees is green numbers on his screen, but we see green life peeling away.
Zangief was getting punched up, boy.
I hope we see more Abigail. If it goes to... Aatrox is up next. Infectious, we know, is staying on. I want to see more of this.
And the activation, crouching light kick, I love it. 4-frame startup, very fast. Look at this.
Basically, when he activates in that situation, you're playing a game of chicken, right?
Yeah.
Where he can charge up that fierce punch that Abigail's got. And if you don't jump out of the way, it becomes unblockable. It breaks your guard.
Yeah.
And he gets a guaranteed combo. into setups as well, because he's going to do the back hard punch target combo, let you land and dash up and get the meaty as well. He's a terrifying character. And of course, people don't have the experience yet to know the ins and outs of all these setups that I'm sure Infexious knows himself. So
Infexious is one of, I think he's the only legit player I've seen using this character.
Yeah. Well, you got players in America that use him now.
Yeah.
You got players in Asia that have been using him now as well. But in terms of like high level tournament players,
he's the only European.
Yeah, definitely.
Abigail.
Definitely the only European Abigail out there using him competitively. Do you think he's going to use Abigail in this matchup? Because, of course, he's got access to Cammy, he's got access to Nakali. He's not going to be using Gif, as you said to me earlier, because it's a Gif against Birdie is not a good matchup for Gif.
It's a bad matchup. Oh, he's going to stick with Abigail.
That's what I like to see. More Abigail on the screen. Strictly big body gauntlet here as Infexious.
Infexious sitting comfortable here. I feel like this match might be okay. Like I was talking to you earlier about, like, I feel like Abigail might have the advantage in this matchup. He can just run through the V-skill.
To be honest with you, in terms of matchups, I've got no idea because, you know, you think, yeah, zoning will keep him out. He hits you with that one crush counter fierce, and it's Mr. Krabs' meme. Like, the room starts spinning around you, man.
Exactly.
Here we go. Infexious looking to make it 3-1. Aatrox looking to bring it back for his team, Epsilon.
Oh.
I'm just watching how this footsies battle goes because, of course...
Okay, he can force a trade there. The Birdie stand harking for 0 on block.
Yeah.
Both these guys have 4-frame buttons. Abigail punch from... And he can confirm that Abigail punch from so far away.
From the crouching medium kick.
Yeah.
Oh, and he gets another jump in. That jump in up, throwing Aatrox off, not able to anti-air. He jumps.
Look at this.
And baits the EX wake up.
Able to punish from nearly half screen. Abigail just showing to be a monstrous force here.
Oh, the armor!
The armor from the Abigail punch.
How did he know to let that off there?
The robotic like Infexious. Just so ready.
He's playing like survival mode.
Okay,
here we go. He has to let off that EX Ball Revenger just to circumnavigate the neutral. It's not good for him.
And it's like we said, this guy has the most health in the game, so fighting him is like fighting no one else.
So Aatrox has reverted to using the V-skill cans. Let's see what Infectious' answer to that is. Of course, he can use the run. He's got a hit of armor after, I think, the 16th frame of activation. So
okay.
It's pretty slow.
EX, command grab, dashes in.
Gets the trade, that's very clever.
Yep, he sees the dash.
Zero after the dash.
And he reacted to the can there with that sweep, which is almost full screen. The V reversal, I like that from Aatrox. Oh, okay, he uses the hard punch.
Oh, he catches him on the startup, gets the crush counter knockdown.
And now it's guess it.
Yeah.
He gets a juggle. Oh no, misses it. Look at that, and that's +5 on block. The pressure.
+6. It's +6 when he crouches, which means you can't even press a 3-frame in between. So if you have to sand block it to get the opportunity to even interrupt with the 3-frame, which Birdie doesn't have.
He does not.
Which means he has to use an EX move to use the armor to get through that, and that was brutal. Right now, Infexious is looking triple XL right now with this character.
Infexious is just absolutely running through these guys, and now you've got to imagine Brick is...
this is for it, and is Infexious gonna just run 3 straight and close it out? Because
listen, the phrase "bricking it" has never been more appropriate.
All the pressure here is on Brick.
That.
What a terrible matchup this is going to be for him. Here we're seeing on your screen right now that abuse in the corner that Abigail puts on characters that don't have an option to easily get round that 3-frame gap. If you take it crouching, it's really, really difficult.
You can't do anything in that situation as Birdie.
You have to make a hard read and go for your armored normal.
Armor normal, yeah. Or the the EX bullhorn, something like that. It's with massive risk.
Even then, he definitely punishes that because the range on his buttons is -5, obviously on block.
Yeah, it just looks horrible. Yeah. So I don't know what Brick has to do here. He needs to completely switch up his style or go to Fang or douse him.
We just saw this. Yeah, I mean, we've all seen the video of, I think it was definitely Itazan. Who was he playing against? Which was the Abigail? Bullying him.
Oh, it was Sacco.
Sacco.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to be playing Sacco in any character. But yeah, two very, very high-level characters, players from Japan. Itazan, arguably one of the best Zangief players in the world.
Probably the best.
He was getting absolutely bullied by this character, Abigail. So Brick is going to be sitting there thinking long and hard. He's had a game's break, so he's definitely been thinking whilst watching his teammate Atrosh getting bullied in the corner there by this Abigail, what he can do. And to be honest with you, I haven't got many answers. I like the parry.
I like the parry,
but then...
What? You know, like, I like the two light punch target combo. That's the tail of the tape here. Brick can't get around it because it eats armor.
He can't use the fierce, exactly. He can't use that charged fierce at the range, so...
It eats the armor. This matchup just looks
And his charged fierce, and his fierce is so much easier to whiff punish than Abigail's.
Yeah,
Abigail's almost retracts instantly.
I like the standing medium punch. I feel like that's a good option. Plus on block and good for whiff punishing. But
there you go.
He could have actually converted into Abigail punch there.
He doesn't even need to. He's happy to just...
Look at this.
Take these hits as they come. He's very patient, Infectious. It's what makes him so difficult to deal with.
Oh.
There he can't.
Brick being a lot more active now with these heavy buttons.
He needs to be. He was just dying a death of 1,000 cuts in the first game, so he needs to change it up.
Oh, look at that. These guys playing footsies with these two big men. And no one's really engaged yet. We've just seen light hits, and look at Brick's life.
He's going to be waiting here just for the whiff punishes. He doesn't need to engage. It's Brick that needs to make the effort. He's got the life lead.
Slowly but surely, Brick backing himself into the corner.
And that's the terrifying thing as well. The fact that he's got that... Ooh, beats the armor. The fact that he's got that hard punch that can crush counter as well, and at any moment can lead to 60% damage and 80% stun is crazy. Here we go, he activates.
Big opportunity for Brick, but he got too greedy. I feel like he should have gone for the guaranteed. Okay. Wow.
Oh, he catches doing something. I don't even know if that's a walk forward or a start up of a button, but he's got the life lead and he's got a meaty setup.
That's going to be it.
Nice stuff there from Brick.
Brick able to hold it together in the horrible matchup against Abigail.
He got a really good V-trigger activation.
Yeah, he got a little bit greedy.
Finished it off, though, with the second one. He caught him trying to press something in neutral. Okay. And he's sticking with that hard punch. He's not whiffing it, though.
Yeah,
we're not seeing Infectious stop it with the light punch as much anymore.
And this guy's just so scary. Once Infectious gets into this mode, it's just so hard to stop him.
Yeah.
Look at that anti-air light punch.
And he works from like half screen away. It's crazy.
Yeah, all of Abigail's buttons, you know, he's such a big guy. His limbs can reach so far. Oh no! Brick down to half life now, but he hasn't even done anything. Oh,
here we go. This is where the fun starts.
Super. Yep, he's going to do it early on. I don't think this will kill, but it's going to be huge damage.
Can he activate here and charge? I'm not sure. I don't really see that on Twitter.
Yeah,
he activates anyway. He's just walking.
He's waiting for it.
Oh, nice.
The bait.
He wins the game of chicken.
The bait from Brick.
He needs the reset. He gets the heavy SPD. He's got super.
What's it going to be?
The super. No! He jumps out.
Brick pressed it a bit too early. He had the right read, but I feel like he did it too early. He was still in block stun. Oh, unfortunate there for Brick because that's all of his money gone. That's all of it spent. Oh man, here we go.
Here we go.
Now, that was a light SPD for the range. Doesn't get a setup from the light one. These counter hit medium punches.
It's all racking up.
Really is. Each little hit is so important.
These light punches coming out like fireballs across the screen. There's so much range.
And Brick doing a great job of making Infectious think twice about those light punches.
Yep.
Oh,
throws him in the air like a baby. Dashes up.
Yep.
Gets the meaty light kick.
He does indeed. After that one, you do get a
cancel on the crouch and medium kick, though. He could have got Abigail punch off of that.
Yep. And now he's just going to be looking for one touch into EX Abigail punch for the corner control.
He's got V-trigger now as well. So if you see any crush counter,
it's dead.
It's not going to be fun at all.
Okay, activation it's going to be now.
Punish.
That's dead.
He doesn't need to.
Yeah, Abigail punch and
Infectious closes it out and wins it for Team Excel.
And we've got our final set for next week now. Great stuff from Infectious rocking that Abigail 3 times in a row. Rare
smile there from Infectious. Allows himself to display some emotion now that the games are done.
It's done now.
But there you go, a display of that character, and he definitely is a problem that we're going to have to work very hard to work around, because He's just so dominant on the screen.
And I feel like once Team XL saw that they had Brick on the other team, Infexious was licking his lips like, okay.
Absolutely.
Here comes the big man. It's time to break him out finally here at the Elite Series. And he does to great effect.
And that's the real strength of Infexious as well, the fact that he's got a nice array of characters that he can select from. He's not tied into one in which he can get counterpicked in bad matchups. He will rotate those characters around. He's even working on new ones. He's got a Cami that he's using that I don't think we've ever seen in competitive play before, but I know he's working on Cami as well. So it's going to be really, really exciting to see how, you know, Team Envious deals with XL next week.
And I feel like this was a great one here for Infexious as well, because not only does Abigail beat Zangief, Infexious used to be the best Zangief in Europe. He knows this character like the back of his hand, and he just knows all the counters to this big man himself. Look at that, Abigail punch in the corner. Great play. I
mean, the corner pressure was really the tale of those 3 games. He managed to get them, push them back into the corner, perplexing them with normals, to steal the phrase, and pushing them back into the corner. The abuse of that standing medium punch, using the command grabs and confirms, the damage built up, and you know, it's just such an oppressive character. We didn't see any of the crazy comebacks, though, unfortunately.
No,
I was hoping that we would have got at least one of those insane Abigail comebacks that you can expect from the character.
I mean, against Zangief, you don't really want to take too many risks. You don't want to style too much. You just want the job done. But man, Abigail, just super powerful character. It was great to see Infexious breaking them out here. Good stuff.
Yeah, the A-team came through. Brian, Hurricane, Infexious. They're going to be marching on to the grand finals. Next week. They're going up against Envious, and that's going to be a really exciting one. You know, Envious have got all of that momentum behind them.
The crowd support.
Yeah, the crowd support was crazy for them tonight. Awesome stuff, man. Incredible. Let's see what you guys think about that grand final next week. Tom.
Thank you so much, Logan and Tyron. Well, I think, Sengan, you summed it up perfectly. That famous film, Gladiator, where you shout, "Are you not entertained?" But I feel like, I mean, we witnessed something, but it seemed so unfair.
He walked him down with a couple of these.
Just this, whiffing about.
Way.
Be gone.
How do you defeat Abigail? There was a moment there where Brick had that moment where he got that round in. I jumped up, I celebrated. Some of the people in the audience celebrated. They're like, we could have a match.
I think everyone in the audience celebrated, apart from the XL manager.
XL managers punched that air. That air's going to need to take some time out tomorrow. He won't be going to work. It was punched that hard. But the thing is, I mean, how good is that character?
Well, the thing is, your questions at this stage in the game are all premature. And our knowledge of Abigail is still relatively premature. How do you beat Abigail, other than picking Guile, if that's even an answer? He's too new.
Yeah.
Those guys, there's no way Epsilon would have had the answer this early.
Now, to understand, for people who are tuning in for the first time in Elite Series and understanding about Street Fighter, you take months, maybe even years, to develop your abilities with one particular character. A new character like this comes along, and now people have to just address everything they have to know how you defeat Abigail. You now have to learn the ways. But how long is it going to take, Sengan? Because obviously Epsilon didn't have enough time to master the skill.
I think you've got to take your hats off to Infexious and look at it the other way around. This character's fresh, and he's already found a strategy that is so minimal in ways that you can open him up by just walking you down with jab. I mean, you can't really open him up that much. You have to take a big risk to try and open up someone who's just walking forward with jab. And Brick managed to do it with that round. It looked like we're having a game here, but Infexious only introduced one tool to the table. Yeah. And he's got like 6 more that you haven't seen yet. It's incredible.
That's the scary thing. There's things he's done to me online that I didn't even see there. So if you think you figured out some of it, there's more to figure out. And it was just very unlikely it was going to happen in a single set. Do you know what I want to know, Tom?
Go on, hit me with it.
Why the bloody hell was Infexious on three times
in a row?
Did Epsilon actually say, oh, you know what? We really want to win this. We want to play Infexious again.
I feel like...
Whose idea was that?
I feel like we can get those answers when we chat to Epsilon in a bit, but I feel like we should get the man who's caused a lot of conversation right now. He goes by the name of Infexious, and we can welcome him down to the arena. Yes, buddy. I'm giving you the Abigail, just a little slap away.
Thanks, bro, you go.
You're cool, yeah?
Listen, first and foremost, Infexious, congratulations on that win. You're now through to the final. How does that feel?
A relief, a relief.
Simple as that. That's what I like.
A man of many words.
No, but you didn't need it. You didn't need it. Listen, obviously there was that moment, you lost the first one, Takamura defeated Brian again by his nemesis, and then there was that moment where you've got Brick taking on Hurricane. Now, if Brick would have got that win...
Atrosh was it?
Atrosh, I do apologise. Yeah, then what would have happened then? It would have changed the dynamic. Then you would have got potentially those 3 wins with your new character, Abigail, and it would have been a bit more there. But that for me, personally, was that round that really had the match.
The turning point, yeah. Because Hurricane was able to win, it meant that we were then level again. So there was a different, there's not as much pressure on the next few games because, you know, even if you happen to lose if I happen to lose my first game, we're not out of it and we're still very much in the running. So Hurricane winning, that was really key.
Now, those first 2 matchups you had, let's not talk about them. Let's move on to the third one. You know what I mean? No, I don't mean any harsh. No, I'm not being harsh. I'm just saying that the situation is because I feel like we were getting closer to finding a way to defeat Abigail as Brick took one from you. So let's watch that back because I feel there's a lot that we could discuss about this from F-Word as well and Sengan. Let's talk us through this because this is really so exciting at Street Fighter at the moment.
Yeah, that's something quite new as well. The fact that Zangief can absorb some of Abigail's heavy moves means that he's got a way to deter Abigail from using things which lead to a lot of damage. So a lot of the time I hit a big heavy move into super, which took a lot of his health. So I'm resorting to just using jabs.
How do you always cross-counter with just damn fierce?
Yeah.
What the hell is that about?
3
Why
for
does it
3?
always cross-counter?
It's the moments when you choose to use it. There I used the EX run as an anti-air.
That was the first time you introduced that?
Yeah, using his tools sparingly allows you to make the best of them, essentially, because people aren't expecting
You're not
them.
ready, yeah.
But credit to Brick as well. The way that he played the second time, the way that he adapted in such a short space of time was brilliant because he almost won. There was a point where Zangief gets in, he gets a few grabs, he's got his super, it's really scary.
You're not fooling us. You're not fooling me for a second. Yeah, I know you made it look like you almost won, but I know, having played you with this character, there's about 7 or 8 things you haven't even started doing yet.
I know.
So, you know, you're not...
I know.
Envious, don't fall for it. It's all a freaking facade. There's more. That is not the full character.
This man only sees 1s and 0s. That is basically how it works for him, the binary code. But you know that match, it could have swung, you know, it could have changed the game. It didn't. I mean, the question is now on everyone's minds, is Abigail going to come out for the final? Envious now going to have to take the next week to practice the skills.
They're all going to be learning Guile.
They've got...
So what is this conversation about Guile being the only character?
He's because Guile controls the space in front of him with the Fireball Sonic Boom, Abigail can't really approach him, so it's very difficult for him to get into those ranges where his moves, his jabs, his faces will hit. But I've got Nakali, I've got Zangief, I've got Abigail. I mean, it's not going to be as simple as...
I'll tell you,
not enjoying the confidence. Not enjoying the confidence.
One more question. I'm really curious to know, Infectious. Best player on the Epsilon team, Takamura, right? Best player on the XL team, Infectious. How the hell does Takamura get played once and Infectious gets played 3 times? Did you pull the wool over their eyes? How did they make that decision?
I'm not sure, to be honest. We were a bit surprised as well. There was a chance for them to make Takamura play more, but I'm not sure why they chose the selections that they did choose.
Are they thinking about his stats?
I don't think they realised how good Infectious was with Abigail, because Kefta Rose came to sit back down when we were out there, and we were like, Infectious playing 3 times, is that right? And he was like, yeah. And we were like, he's got Abigail, you know that? And he looked at me, he was like, Abigail? No. I didn't know this.
Right, okay.
So I don't think they realised.
But even you don't want to play as Nikali 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know why they picked you 3 times.
It makes no sense.
I don't know.
We were part of it. Like, we had a chance to put me, select me to play again once I'd already been picked by them, so it was kind of a way the rules...
but you would have had to been picked by them at least one of those 3 times.
Times, yeah.
Which is just where I don't know what the hell
And then it's back to back to back.
Hey, guys, the best player on the team is Infectious. You know what we got to do now? We want to play Infectious.
A game!
All right, we got
Hit me again!
Mind games.
It's like blackjack at the counter, you've already got 20. Hit me again, I got this. I got it. Hit me again, you buster. Hit me again. Listen, it's going to be an amazing final. It is going to be epic. Envious, no, not to pick you 3 times in a row now.
Yeah.
We will see that in the final. Infectious, congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
I'm looking forward to that win. Right now, though, there is one of the losing team from Epsilon with Yasmin.
I am indeed. And Tom, I feel like we possibly have the answers to the questions that you were just asking on stage. Now, guys, they were just talking about how did Infexious play 3 times and Takamura only once? We were watching on the screen, so we have the answers, don't we, really?
We lost the coin toss. That I am sure of. I'm still confused by the rules to this day, so maybe Atros can explain it better. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if I understand it either, to be honest. Yeah, we lost the coin toss, and I think they got the matchups they wanted. I mean, to be honest, we didn't get it wasn't like we got the worst pick either, but obviously they got to pick Infexious 3 times, and
and that's what they did. That's what they chose to do.
Gauntlet, definitely.
The Infexious gauntlet. Yeah. All right, so we just spoke earlier about how intense it has been, and it's now coming to the end of the Elite Series, the first half, but it's not over yet, guys. We've got another series, another season still to come, so you're going to come back bigger, better, stronger, do you feel?
Definitely.
Yeah?
I'm surprisingly not feeling that salty. I'm just motivated to do better next time. And I just want to show everyone that I can beat everyone, That's all I want to do.
And that is proper competitive and showmanship. And Astro, as Epsilon, as a team, do you feel like will there be any changes into the next season? Are you are you all going to go away and rethink strategies? What's going to happen?
Good question. We'll see. I haven't really processed the loss today yet, but definitely we have to go back, see what we can improve, what we can change, and also looking forward to the first to 2 rule change next season, and yeah, just come back stronger, as you said, next time.
Amazing. Well, it's been such a pleasure having you guys here, and we have thoroughly enjoyed it, myself in particular. So thank you so much. Commiserations for today. But Tom, we're ready, bigger, better, and stronger, they said, next time.
Yeah, thank you very much, Yasmin. Amazing. I'm applauding Yasmin for having to chat to the losing team members, because they're feeling it right now. And you've got to have a thought for Team Infuse, all that talent. Didn't deliver today, but they'll be back for season 2, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of the 8 teams again. But looking forward to the final. It is going to be a juicy little contest. What's your thoughts on it, gentlemen? Envious taking on Excel.
Well, we were thinking that there's got to be a couple of blind picks coming up into this match, because Envious, I mean, if they choose Joker again, he does have a lot of characters under his locker. So we were thinking, maybe Guile for Abigail if they want to take him out against Infexious.
Also got Dowsim.
And Dowsim.
Which Abigail doesn't do too bad in, but it's a bit harder than somebody else.
But then Infexious has a variety of characters as well that he can whip out whenever he wants. So
you can't even second guess what he's going to do. Oh, he's definitely going to play Abigail. Well, then he turns up, he just goes, I'm going to use my Nikali because I love Nikali. So then you've got a situation there where you can't really second guess it. So that makes it an even more exciting final.
There might be some blind picks next week, actually.
Really?
Yeah, but it'll get to a situation where Infexious picks Abigail and Joker Jokes picks Guile. Then Infexious will say, OK, I'm going to go to Nikali on the screen. And then the judge is going to have to come and say, look, this is taking forever. You're just going to have to tell me your player, you commit, blind pick. That's what you have to do when people are trying to counter-pick each other.
Of course.
It might end up like that.
I mean, we saw a new character in the Elite Series. We're excited about that. I mean, I think it's unfair. It's like turning up to an 11-a-side football match and you haven't got your boots. It's going to be difficult to get those goals. But the thing is, though, when it comes down to it, it's a juicy final. Who do you reckon is going to play?
From what? From Team Envious?
Yeah, in XL, like who's going to come out for the team and who's going to play for Envious? Because Envious have got that roster, they keep changing. Will TKR come back just for the pop-offs alone?
TKR, Chun-Li, yeah, TKR is not a bad shout.
I've seen Chun-Li giving Abigail a bit of trouble. I mean, it's not Infectious as Abigail, but I've seen in some high-level matches.
I reckon TKR would come back.
Makes sense, yeah.
The other 2 spaces, I'm not too sure on. It's a toss-up. I think as far as XL goes, the team that they ran with today, bring that back to the finals.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't know, maybe Brian switches with Brictarium. We never know.
We'd love to, and I'm sure you gentlemen agree, F-Word, Sengan, in this Gfinity arena, we had some amazing support for Envious and Excel today, and all the teams, but we'd love more people to come down to get involved by getting to the Gfinityesports.com to get yourself a ticket, come down and watch it, and this place will pop off. Is it going to be an amazing final?
100%,
It's going to be crazy.
Guaranteed, confirmed.
And if I was to put your on the spot right now before we go to the final F-Word, Sengan?
Well, you know what? I picked Team Envious today, right? In a gripe against Afi. Nevertheless, I picked Team Envious today, and I was right.
Okay.
You were wrong. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Team Envious again.
Sengen, we'll find out next week yours. I'm going to let you off for that. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So, after an explosive night of Street Fighter, we have our two finalists, Envious and Excel. Join us next week for more amazing matchups and the moment when we will crown the winner of this, the first Elite Series. We're back tomorrow for CSGO semis. Until then, from the Gfinity Arena, good night.
First match of the day, let's see some noise, people!
Go! Infuse the Envious.
Here we go. Oh, that's going to be... Should be... Infexious closes it out and wins it for Team Excel.